What's happening, folks? Back with another reaction, back with some more Girls Aloud. Thank you, as always, to Flemish Giant, and we're going to do another 2-for-1 this time around. We're going to listen to the final regular track on Chemistry, 2005, as well as the first of 2 bonus tunes, or non-album tracks, that are also included in the folder. So the last regular tune is Racy, Lacey, and the first bonus tune is Something Kinda Ooh, which I'm amused and intrigued by the phrasing there. But okay, so Racy, Lacey, it sounds like a nickname that a young person would give their friend, you know, like nicknames that you give your friends in high school. And maybe Lacey is Racy because she is, I don't know, saucy in her behavior, or she is, what's the right word? Not a seductress, but someone who likes to flirt, someone who is racy in what she says to the boys or something like that. So, yes, I obviously note the, what's the right word? The rhyming, alliterative quality of the phrase. And I did actually know a Lacey in high school, not all that well, but she was in a couple of my classes. I don't believe anyone called her Racy Lacey, though. So, yeah, let's give that a listen, then I'll pause and we'll listen to Something Kinda Ooh. So this is Girls Aloud. The song is Racy Lacey, and it's the last proper track on their 2005 album Chemistry.
She clicks her fingers, guys come to heel. Chewed up, spat out, no big deal. Racy, Lacey, boudoir beauty is all that she can do. A connoisseur of satin sheets, a bedhead through and through. Racy, Lacey, boudoir beauty, the lifestyle suits her fine. The girl ain't backward, ain't coming forward. She's got this crazy line.
My God. So, a fun tune, a cheeky tune, but ultimately that was fun following the lyrics. There was one line, it was like, did they say she's a redhead through and through? But I think it's bedhead through and through, because after all, she'll spend 24 hours in bed, and all her suitors are lining up, and she's got them at attention. She snaps her fingers and they come running. But like a dog who plays with a chew toy and then gets over it, she has her fun with them, spits them out, doesn't think about it for another moment. It's just the next in line, please. So, yeah, there's no suggestion that she's being exploited or taken advantage of. Quite the opposite. She's the one in control, and she's having her fun. And I like the phrase at the beginning that, she's not all that smart, but when it comes to seduction, with her legs open, she has a PhD. So certainly she is, I don't know, is the word nymphomaniac, is that used anymore? But yeah, she seems to be addicted to sex, and she gets what she wants out of all the guys who, again, come running at the snap of her fingers. And I think, was it Lolita lips? She's got something eyes, Lolita lips. So she's got all the qualities that men who are basing their interest on physical attraction, she's got all the qualities that they desire. But again, she gets what she wants out of them, and then they're kicked out. That's it. She's not thinking about them again. So yeah, it's a fun tune. Not one I think to be taken too seriously. Certainly not one where we need to worry about, her well-being or the ethics of the situation. But I do enjoy the cleverness of writing in the tune. And yeah, kind of a danceable, foot-tapping tune. It's not really an electronic dance track, nor is it what I would call, rock, or it's just sort of in a fun, danceable pop sort of vein. I did enjoy there were some little keyboard touches along the way, but generally speaking, it just kind of has this fun vibe to it. So yeah, it's interesting to end the song, or end the album on that song, and yet chemistry, sort of in an inverted way, or in a way where, it's not normally, because normally when you say chemistry, you're talking about interpersonal psycho-emotional connection, but here it's body chemistry. It's the visceral rush that you get with excitement and sexual release and so on. So it seems to take the concept very directly, but in a way that's a bit different than maybe some of the other tunes on the album. So yeah, a fun little track. And now let us listen to something kind of which it feels like maybe it follows directly on this visceral, physical sort of plane. But here we go. This is what I think is the first extra tune in the folder. And again, thank you to Flemish Giant. It's Girls Aloud and something kind of ooh.
I've got to heat it up, got to heat it up. I've got to breathe up, I've got to rock until you drop. I've got to heat it up, got to heat it up. I've got to breathe up, I've got to rock until you drop. Something kinda ooh, jumping on my tutu. Something inside of me wants some part of you. Something kinda ooh, makes my heart go boom boom. Something inside of me wants what you do. Something kinda
tune, a little more serious and more overtly like electronic dance type of track. I will say though, it's the second time in 2 days that I listened to a song where someone's heart is going boom boom, which is further to say I reacted to Erasure's cover of Peter Gabriel's Salisbury Hill, where his heart goes boom boom boom. But yes, ultimately, and in fact that also makes me think of, what is it? I think In Your Room by the Venga Boys. I can't believe I'm making that reference. But nevertheless, yeah, it does sound like it's in a similar type of territory. It is, I think, about, sexual intimacy. At least I hear there's, some bumping going on in the back room. But it sounds less like cheeky and kind of, being silly, and more that this is, there is like flame of desire and passion, and that the something which is kind of ooh isn't just the physical act, but that there's also the again seduction or the attraction, the flavor of the experience, the visceral feeling of the experience. So yeah, it seems to be again running in a similar territory as Racy Lacey, but a bit more serious and a bit more like psychological about what's happening. Not just someone saying, oh, Racy Lacey, she hooks up with all these guys and, she gets whatever she wants. It's a bit more like, I guess, adult in the way it approaches the themes. But definitely, again, it does seem to be, a bit sultry, a bit sexy, and so on. And yeah, definitely a bright, glitzy, electric dance tune, and one that I think really speaks to, like, mid-2000s type production. It really does, like, feel like some of the other tunes that I remember hearing, on the radio back then. In any case, it is a fitting follow-up to Racy Lacey, so again, it feels right to have done those two together. As I said, there's one more track in this folder. I don't remember the name in the moment, but the second bonus tune is... Oh, I Think We're Alone Now, which I assume is a cover of the... I don't think they wrote it, but I think they were the first group to record it. Tommy James and the Shondells, have I got that right? Look, as an 80s kid, that song will always be Tiffany to me, so if you know that reference, shout out to you. But yes, I'm assuming this is a cover of the same song, but yeah, I guess we'll find out next time. Either way, I don't remember what album comes after that, so Flemish Giant, remind me of that, and, maybe even, like, send me another link through email, because I get so many emails, and, it's hard to search sometimes and find everything. Nevertheless, whatever is next, we will go through that, and I'm looking forward to it. Let me know what you think, and I will see you next time. Peace.